Wow. This is the first window coming in the door. Wow. Beautiful light behind it.
Yet his windows are not the most famous, because the most famous one is 123.
I searched but could not find out who's in this portrait.
Famous one, this one, known abroad as well, designed this window, and on the first glance you can also distinguish, if you compare it to the other ones, you can find out that there's a for this
different
particular
technique.
window. What we have behind us, it's assembled of small pieces of glass. So that one, Alfons Mucha's work. Alfons Mucha is one of the fathers of Art Nouveau style, Art Nouveau architecture.
Simply
Art,
painted
I want to say.
the squares of glass.
It just like overnight, he became famous. Mostly like because his work, the poster became a collector's.
Insurance company paid for this one.
And I would say that even though there are some images of saints, there's that like a Holy Trinity or eye of a God, or I don't know that it's also used as a Mason symbol.
This was the original part of the church, and Wenceslaus, who was not good King Wenceslaus, he was a good man, but they didn't have kings then.
It was very much respected when Charles IV in 1344 decided to replace old churches by new in this Gothic style, brought French architect Matthias of Arras, and they focused on this place because Wenceslas was very much respected as a really major patron saint of this country. So what we are looking at is a grave of Saint Wenceslas, whom we saw as a young boy on the window by Alfons Mucha. This was this red cover, and look on the walls. The walls are covered by tiles cut of semi-precious stones. It's so-called incrustation. You see even the bottom of the grave has the same decoration. They used about 1,500 pieces of these semi-precious stones. Statue of Saint Wenceslas on the wall. You can recognize crucifixion. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. To the left, Virgin Mary. And more to the left, kneeling praying within the same field. Kneeling praying, it's Charles IV. You reach the place which is behind the wall, behind that tiny window. And it's a special, like a safe room for the original crown jewels. And it's only once in 5 years, on the occasion of elections of the president, that the original crown jewels are taken out and put on display. And 8, 1714. Renaissance work in between Baroque and Neo-Gothic in many cases.
Balcony is 15th century Renaissance.
Ik heb hem net, hè? Kijk, hè? Trek en daar is, hè?
This chapel has several large oil paintings, a central altar, and a single tall stained glass window. Completed in 1877, this stained glass window features St. Mary Magdalene washing the feet of Christ, and below that are the apostles Bartholomew and Matthew. A smaller window has geometric ornaments and it has a very Art Deco feel that significantly predates that period. John was born in Bohemia in what is now Czechia. He became a priest and eventually a vicar general. However, he ran afoul of King Wenceslas, who had him tortured and then thrown in the Vltava River from the Charles Bridge in Prague. Years later, his body was pulled from the river, and a part of his body is saved in this reliquary. After his death, many miracles were attributed to him, and in 1729, he was canonized by the Pope, making him a saint. His tomb was made in 1736 in the Baroque style, used 2 tons of pure silver.
To this country in the year 929, and it was
Saint Vitus.
A gift received by Wenceslas, and that's why he founded that first church. And when
that way.
Presentation of the whole medieval town or historic center of Prague. Here now in the right corner there's a tower, and it's the tower of the cathedral. Here you can see the bridge. That's Charles Bridge, but the difference from today is this dates back to 1630. By that time there was not a single statue. Today you find 30 statues. So it may serve as evidence that these statues were started only later, from late 1600s, and this balcony below this rose window. I've already mentioned it's produced, it was created in Spain, it was brought to Prague, and in the last minute somebody asked, and is the balcony strong enough for that old new instrument? And they said, well, we are not sure, let's better reinforce it. So that's why they started in this ceremony.
There's the pipe organ.
Well, so it was last year in January. So we have this was all dismantled and reassembled in the transverse nave. But then they realized that the space for the whole, all the pipes and everything of the organ is not large enough. So part of the pipe equipment is missing.
This part of the cathedral, this end, from 1344. Charles IV was in France, and he got the idea.
I'm more precise. They added the lower one, which is below that double window. Yeah? And the upper one shows hours, the lower one shows minutes, and strike for the quarter once, for half twice, for 3 quarters 3 times, for the full hour 4 times, and then you hear another bell striking which time it is, in accordance with what the upper dial shows.